Hey everybody, it's Carrie Bernstein, Executive Director at Stand for Animals Veterinary Clinic, and I'm here with Austin Webb, the clinic manager at our Charlotte office, and we're here to do a quick little video about storm preparedness. We thought you got a lot of things to worry about potentially to get ready for the storm, and we can lessen your stress by giving you a few tips for what to do in case you're going to stay in the storm or in case you're going to evacuate in the storm. And obviously, if you Google this, there's a ton of information on the internet, so we're just going to give you a couple of little tips to make it through the storm. So I'm going to talk for a minute about what to do if you're planning to stay put, which I think most people in our viewing area will do. And essentially, just as you are stressed out by the impending storm, your dog and cat will feel that stress and potentially will understand it as well. So your job for your dog or cat is to provide them some kind of a safe haven, somewhere to go where they can feel secure. And for a lot of people, they have, a thunder shirt or something they can put on their dog if they're feeling stressed. But if you don't have something like that, it's fine. You can use a blanket and swaddle them in a blanket and put them somewhere that'll be quiet and safe. And you need to be in the position of reassuring your pet, because you don't want to turn this into a double negative, right? Which is they're afraid of the storm, and then you're upset with them because they're afraid, and then that makes it even worse.
Right.
So you need to be calming to your pet and speak in a very calm voice and reassure them that everything is okay. It helps if you have some things to distract them with. You can certainly, if you have electricity, put on some soothing music for them, but your job is just to make them feel as safe and secure as possible. And obviously this is presuming that you are safe. The first thing is to make sure you're safe and then make sure your pet is safe. And if you have a dog or a cat that dominantly is outside, it's really imperative that you bring them in. Given what they're telling us about, the nature of this particular hurricane, you certainly do not want to be leaving your dog or cat outside in the storm. So that's just a few little things. And then Austin is going to talk a little bit, and I'll probably jump in because that's just what I do, about what to do if you're planning to evacuate.
Cool. So if you are planning to evacuate, we want you to be ready. And one of the most important things is being able to transport your pet safely. So we have an example here. It's just a good old cat carrier or maybe small dogs, but we want to make sure we have a carrier for everyone in the house.
I realized that I only have one cat carrier and I have two cats, so I went out and got another cat carrier today.
Cool. And make sure it's sturdy and can travel.
And labeled with your cat name, your name, and your contact information.
Exactly. Cool. And then next is we want to make sure to make sure they have everything that they need when you get to wherever you're going or on the way there. So preparedness is having things ready, obviously. So we're going to have a backpack full of our pet's information. So we've got some pet records in here to transport from to and fro.
And if you don't want to have to transport something, you can right now take a picture of it on your phone and just carry it on your phone. And make sure you put your phone in a plastic bag.
Yes.
Because I heard that's something that people tend to forget when they're trying to leave in a hurry, and that way you're protecting it from the rain.
Exactly. And then also we want to feed Fido, so make sure you have the right food, amount for how many ever days you want to be out.
They suggest 3 to 7 days worth of food if you can do that.
Good point. And then Carrie brought up a good point earlier is wet food. I know it's heavy, but if you keep a little bit on hand, it's good for hydration for your pets as well, so that can go in the backpack. And of course we can't feed them without safe containers and equipment, so make sure you have dishes.
Paper works as well.
Absolutely. And for your dogs, we want to have leashes ready, and harnesses. Harnesses are great because it's going to be 2 points of contact for your dog when you're in unfamiliar places.
And they suggest that you bring an extra, even if you have if you have one, that's fine, but bring an extra. And also, it always helps to have an extra. I never pronounce this correctly. Carabiner, because those things do lots of different things.
They hold on to things that needs to be held on to. And then last but very not least, if your pet is on any life-saving medications or kind of just lifestyle medications, we want to make sure we have those as well. Make sure they're labeled in watertight containers, which they should be already, but you never know. And make sure those are all together, probably in a Ziploc bag.
And if you have a kitty, you need to bring something they can potentially use as a litter pan, which you can use an aluminum pan or a shoebox. You don't necessarily have to worry about litter because you can tear up newspaper and use newspaper and bring their dry or their canned food with them as well. And that's just some of the high points. We're hoping that nobody needs to do any of this stuff,
Right.
but it's better to be sure than to worry. And if you get this stuff done before you actually have to use it, it gives you a little peace of mind, and that will certainly communicate itself to your pets as well. So just a few little tips, and stay safe and stay dry.